Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going through the last plan with me of the year, December 2020. Oh, I can't believe the year is almost over. I'm happy that it's almost over, but also things that are going on in the world right now, don't really care if it's 2020 or 2021. So I know some of the craziness will continue, but for now, we are still closing the door on one chapter and opening the door to a new chapter. This entire spread came out beautifully except for this page. I don't hate it though. I tried the watercolor TikTok thing that I saw where you draw your markers on a plastic bag and then you drop water droplets on them and then put them on the paper. The blue came out well, but I think I messed up the red because I don't think I colored it on the bag right. Either way, it still kind of creates the effect that I wanted. I don't hate it. I like it. It's just not very pretty, but that's okay. And what I wrote on the banner was, it's the most wonderful time of the year, which it is one of my favorite times of the year, and that is my favorite Christmas song of all time. So I thought that was the most appropriate thing to write. Over here on the title page, I'm just drawing different doodles that are going to be incorporated in the beginning of this month and throughout the weekly spreads. I didn't plan on this month being very doodle heavy, but I knew I wanted to draw more than I wanted to stamp or do stickers or stencils or anything like that. So I figured I would go with a very simple home screen, title screen, and just draw the elements that will be all throughout the month. Because the doodles are simple here, I decided to go with a simple lettering style for December. I didn't want the page to be too busy, and I didn't want to fill it in very much. I like having mostly white space, and so I wanted the letters to match the simplicity of the doodles. As you'll see throughout this entire spread, I put a border on pretty much every page I could. The border kind of reminds me of picture frames, and I am thinking of family and friends that we would probably normally be spending the holiday season with, but this year we will not be. So the picture frame in my mind is remembering all the other holidays and times that we've been together and looking forward to the future times that we will be together and spend other holidays with each other. So I like the frame. It just reminds me to think about all of my favorite people that I can't spend time with and look forward to spending time with them again. I tried to use every different color I could on this first page. Well, it's technically the second page, but I tried to use every color I could on this page just to kind of highlight all the different colors that we've already experienced this year. And I don't know, I like having a lot of different colors on one page when they're spread out like this and there's a lot of white space in between. And I think it came out really well. Now I am working on the monthly outlook with the Christmas lights at the top. Before I get into this, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like and comment, let me know what you think. And if you want to see the weekly spreads that I do, I stream those live on Twitch every weekend. So come hang out, come check those out live. You can also see some of those pictures uploaded on Instagram. For this monthly outlook, I went with the same design for the boxes that I had for November, which are 5x5 boxes with 1 dot space in between each one. I like how spread out the boxes are, and I love the space that it gives me for drop shadows. I absolutely love the drop shadows in November, and so I knew that I was going to do them again in December. I'll try not to wear them out in 2021, but I will not make any promises. These came out really well. And as you can see, I'm spacing these colors out to include all 5 colors that I have in the lights at the top. I thought it would look nice because I thought if I have the lights at the top, then also the boxes are illuminated by those same lights. But as you'll see here in a minute, it looked less like December and more like the summer. So what I did was I colored over all of the yellows with blue to make them look green. I colored over all of the blue with yellow to also make them green. And then for those, I also did a teal overlay. And then on the purple, I colored over that with red. So we have variations of red and green, which looks much better, especially since some of those colors are made up and blended. For the headers, I'm just drawing a black background. Again, something that I did in November that I really enjoyed and I really like how it looks is the black background with the white gel pen written on top. So that's what I use to write in the day for each week. And then I just put small numbers in the corners for the date. Now moving on to the doodles for this page, I wanted to fill up this right panel with presents. I love gift wrapping paper. I love gift bags. I like giving gifts. I like receiving gifts. I don't plan on buying a lot of gifts. I actually plan on making gifts, which we'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. But I thought gifts and gift boxes would be a really cute way to design this page. So I've got a lot of different sizes of boxes and packages and bags and whatever the Grinch says. I don't know, I'm saying it wrong, but I've got all the gifts here. So obviously this part definitely took the longest to finish, but it is one of the most satisfying parts of the entire spread. I didn't do this on purpose, but I ended up drawing 12 gift boxes, which is kind of appropriate for 12 days of Christmas. 25 days of Christmas is just too long. I think 12 is an appropriate, manageable number, and it's also the 12th month of the year, and so I like that I had 12 boxes on accident. It brings me peace of mind to know that somehow, some way, it fits some other meaning. I don't know. I like it. Here I'm just drawing a few designs for some of the boxes that are mostly plain. I basically used the same 4 or 5 colors to color in the boxes. Again, I really didn't want to use all 5 of those colors at the top. I wanted it to stay mostly Christmassy with the red and green. And I didn't want every single line to be colored in, so I think I did pretty good with spacing out the colors and making it look nice and balanced. Now I'm just adding the month again at the bottom to fill in that space, and the monthly outlook is done. These next few pages are pages that I mentioned a little bit earlier. They are new, things that I haven't usually had in my spread and things that I probably won't have in future spreads to come. These first two are very specific to the month of December. December will be the first full month that we have been in our house, our new house, with all of the bills and accounts active and whatnot. So I need to track the expenses. I need to know exactly what needs to be paid when. We do actually have a couple bills that cannot be paid online, so I definitely want to make sure we don't miss sending in those payments. And also I want to track our water usage, electricity usage, things like that, things that, you know, are good to know when you're living in a new home or when you've bought a new home, just so I can have an idea of how the other months will go. The page on the right is going to be for gift ideas. Like I said, I don't plan on buying a lot of gifts. It is my intent to make Christmas gifts this year for my closest family and friends. I am not sure when I'm going to start that, but hopefully it'll be soon. I'm not going to spoil what I'm going to make because maybe they'll be watching here, but that page is for gift ideas. These two pages here are specifically for planning 2021. This journal, I think I have maybe 10 or 15 pages, or I will have about 10 or 15 pages left in the journal by the end of the month. And obviously that's not enough for January, and I think it's weird to put 1 month of a new year in an old journal and then start a new journal. So this is going to be the end of the monthly plans in this journal. So this page on the left is going to be for planning the new journal, what themes I want, what the overall theme is going to be, maybe some spreads that I have seen that I haven't included, maybe some different art ideas that I want to try. I know I want to get the acrylograph pens. I know I want to try some different washi tape. I want to keep experimenting with the watercolors because I really like how some artists make them look in their journals. So I'm going to be planning a lot for my journal. And then on the right side, something that I do every year, this is for the reflective part of December. So I usually take the last 2 weeks of December to reflect on things that I enjoyed throughout the year, things I did not enjoy, things that I think I did well, and things that I would like to improve on. So I did make an error, and I didn't even notice this until I was editing this video. I wrote planning for 2020 on both sides. Don't worry, I fixed it. You'll see I fixed it. I'll show you at the end that I fixed it, I promise. Yeah, we're not planning for 2020. We're ready for it to be over. My reflection time that I wrote there at the bottom on the right is what I call my start, stop, and continue. And then of course I've got new journal on the left. Also, I'll be planning some more content creation ideas for 2021. We're coming to the end. These are the last 2 pages of this spread. Starting with the habit tracker, I have tried using the month with the days. I've also tried kind of filling in from left to right or top to bottom without actually like writing any numbers or check marks. I have done check marks and X's, and all of those were fine for those months, but now I'm ready to try something new. So what I'm doing for the 5 habits that I'm tracking is I just have the space, and when I meet that habit or when I accomplish that habit for the day, I'll just be coloring in the box. I'm tracking my water consumption, taking my vitamins, getting at least 8 hours of sleep every night, how much I'm reading, which my goal is still 20 minutes a day, which I think is still pretty small, but not something that I've done great at. And then the 5th one is body, so stretching, yoga, squats, crunches, anything to kind of maintain some kind of physical wellness. Because normally I would be playing volleyball and that would be all the workout I needed, but obviously because of COVID there is no volleyball right now for me. So those are the 5 I'm tracking. So I pretty much drew the same bow for my habits and my mood. It is a little bit bigger for the mood because I wanted to take up more space with the bow since there's not a whole lot of drawing that happens. There's a lot of coloring on this page, but not too much drawing. Also, as you'll see in this spread, I forgot to write mood when I finished it, but don't worry. I added it back in. You'll see at the end. I promise I did. I've really enjoyed only having 4 moods. Like I mentioned a few months ago when I went to 4 instead of 5, I think having 5 was kind of a cheap way out of really accepting the mood that I had for the day or the strongest mood that I had in a day. And so I think 4 is a really great number to help keep me accountable and honest and not be overly dramatic about things that happen during my day. For each day, we've got spaces on the candy canes. So one candy cane has 15 spaces, the other has 16, and obviously we'll be coloring those in every day of the month. This is my first time really drawing bows or ribbons. They're pretty simple and I think they came out really well. I'll definitely be using more ribbons in the future. Bows don't really fit with every month or every idea that I have, so I won't be using the bows excessively, but I do like how they came out. And for the mood colors, I decided to go with pinks and purples for the first three and then a gray for the saddest mood, just because I think that'll make the candy canes look very much like candy. When I look back at the letters, I didn't think they were dark enough, so I'm just going back over them again with the next largest size of my art pen that I have, just to make it a little bit bolder. And here is the final flip through. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you have any special themes that you include just for December, or if you're doing a similar recreation. As you can see up there, I fixed the 2021, and on the right side, I did add mood to the banner. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!